The following episode of the Comics and Crypto podcast is for informational purposes only, and anything expressed by the hosts or their guests is solely their opinion. This podcast does not constitute financial advice, and anyone wishing to invest should seek their own independent financial or professional help. Have fun and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Hare, and I know comics.
Hi, I'm Spencer Vogel, and I know crypto.
Hi, I'm Kevin Lee Loader, and I don't know shit. This is the Comics and Crypto podcast.
Comics and crypto, crypto and comics, collectors world in a digital age. Comics and crypto, crypto and comics is where the next billionaires will be made. It's comics and crypto.
What is up, my comics and crypto critters, and welcome to Cocktails and Collectibles, where we drink cocktails and talk about our favorite collectibles.
We also would like to welcome our special guest, David Yu, co-founder and CEO of VeVe Digital Collectibles, and Ali, founder of Elite Comics 11. What's up, guys?
What's up? Thanks. Yes, thanks so much for joining us.
Before we dive into the collectibles, we want to make a special announcement. Elite Comics 11 is about to have a virtual Comic-Con event.
That's November 2nd through 6th on Elite Comics 11 on Instagram. We have @Con. That's our virtual convention. 5 days of live streaming, tons and tons of books. People can pick up physical books. And then also on our page, because we're the biggest consignment page on Instagram, you can also pick up books, special deals on our page while you're watching these live sales. And we're also going to have David Yu live to, get a nice, we can ask him questions. You can ask him, we'll see some of his own collectibles. He's a man of both worlds, digital and physical, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
We're also going to be collaborating on a giveaway. One collectible that we can announce right now is VeVe is going to be giving away a Sub 100 number 13 Harley Quinn Ultra Rare and mid number 92. So definitely follow our Twitter and Instagram accounts for more important news on that. I love the shirt. I love the VeVe 500 shirt that you're wearing. That is amazing.
We're going to give them that.
Shout out to Metaverse Live. Yeah. Big shout out to Metaverse.
That's awesome. Amazing. I think he's also coming to Anaheim. So, and the guy is a top bloke in the world. Just love it. Really, really gentleman. Yeah, great guy.
So Ali, you want to take it away?
All right, so we're sharing collectibles. The VeVe guys, Constant Crypto are in the house. Thought I'd start out with something to kind of bridge the world. So you're going to recognize this, I think. Original art. So we think of digital, but there's a physical element to this one. This is the original cover art. This is the 101 of the Alan Qua X-Men 129 VeVe.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
That is beautiful.
You came out with that and you're opening? Oh man, that is very, very nice.
That's too good.
This is interesting because, Alan Qua is an amazing artist. He nailed this, but I just thought it was fascinating that, obviously, digital collectibles in the physical comic world, original art's a big deal. In this situation here, this is a physical one-of-one that it's part of the digital drop as well. So this is a special piece of history, especially with this crowd. Look at that.
So published. Oh, you're very lucky to score that. We tried to work in with some of the artists that came in did covers for us. I didn't know we were going to show off our artworks, so it's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't bring my artwork to here. But next week on Instagram, I will show you some Frank Miller original artwork.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah, so that would be cool. Anyway, I give you guys some update what I've been doing recently on my comic collection. I have been going back, turning the clock right back to the early Marvel stuff. I just thought I should start, complete my Marvel #1 to my Marvel 100 at least, the first few. I picked up quite a few weeks back. unfortunately, this Marvel mystery comic number 2 is being restored because I was been looking for a decent copy, but I couldn't find any in the market. So I got a 9.0 from the 1939 Marvel number 2 recently. It's a beautiful cover. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Just laugh, and there's the angel there, coming up. And what else? I've been going back to some of the really, really, really old. So I've tried to complete the whole set now. I've got that's an issue 69 of the Marvel Comics mystery, and then that's an AO. I'm trying to get the whole set at least 7.5 above. So but replacing even some of the lower grade you will see to have, and eventually there will have to be a 9.8. I don't know how that's going to possible.
Just a second. So this is just to put this in context. So he's collecting books that, like, a lot of times there's like 40 known like to be exist basically. Quite a he's on.
And all about the 7.5.
Yeah, so I've been looking at the Go Collect comics and just looking at how many in existence. Some of these is only 40, 35. And I got some of the highest grade already. I'll show you some. Like that 9.6 is only one in existence. That's a 9.0. Wow. That's a number 74. Some of these covers are amazing, Well, this is another really, really good one. I won't describe it just because the older comic covers, the artwork's a little bit more war related. So that's a 8.5. That's a number 50. I'm gonna start moving down numbers as well.
Wow.
Yes, these are like from the 1940s, you guys. And there's a lot of World War II depicted on these comics that he's showing.
Oh yeah, for them to be in this condition from that old is just
Wow. That's a beautiful one as well. That's 7, 1940 May cover. We're starting to get to some really cool covers. That's number 19, 9019. That's a good one. Yeah. And it's such a good collection. That's 1941. This one I thought was quite cool. You got Porch going through the cover, number 16, and it's the AO. It's a beautiful piece of work. Yeah, it's going to be a while for me to get all of them. But this one's got a pedigree grade. I might get you to explain what pedigree is if you guys know it. It's a lower 5.5 pedigree, but it's a Pennsylvania pedigree cover.
So on a pedigree, we'll take it's a CGC slab he just showed. So basically, like if there's a very well-known collection, there's an incredible collection that somebody had, they can actually bring it to CGC's attention or one of the grading company's attentions, and they'll actually acknowledge the books that came from that particular collection. So if you have a really impressive collection, some of them are granted like recognized pedigree status, and they usually command a nice premium for that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Actually,
some that's Pennsylvania. Some of the well-known name San Francisco. We got Kansas City. Yeah. So they're very sought after, and sometimes those covers, when you have a pedigree, a good one, it go up to even 5x the normal grading price. It's something that definitely you guys should be looking out for. If you see a pedigree cover, it's definitely worth getting. And I'll show you another pedigree in a minute. This is one of my, I love this cover. It's a 7.5, number 15. So you got submarine there, taking down. Yeah, wow, so good. Yeah, and that one's good. This is one of my most favorite cover. It's 7/5 number 14.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
Those World War II covers are unbelievable, especially the set narrative. Those are so
Yeah.
good.
So we were
Look at it.
talking about artists. Not all of them are, but a lot of like the run he's showing, like a lot of the artwork is from Alex Schomburg, who's like one of the most renowned World War II artists in that era. So a lot of the Marvel series have his work on the cover.
Yeah. So this one's Alex Schomburg and Jack Kirby as well. You know, so it's very, very popular cover. So that's like nearly a dozen I have shown you guys there, and then there's number 75. And by the way, audience don't know, Marvel used to be called Timely Comics prior to switching to Marvel. Yeah, so those are my 6. Yeah.
Oh wow, a 9.6.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the highest graded, David, in that one?
I looked at it. It's the highest grade. There's a couple of them. It's the highest grade in existence. But I'll tell you what my favorite one of the week in the old comics, by the way, is this pedigree. Rockford 9.4, Green Lantern, number 16.
Oh wow.
That I have to take it out the sleeve just to explain to you the significance of this comic. There's actually nothing too special about the actual comic. It's not like first appearance of anything. But if you look at the black, the whole thing, it's so clean because black, black is really, really difficult to get a pristine. That's a 9.4. Yeah, that's it. Wow. You know, it's a beautiful Green Lantern, 1945. Yeah, just the black color is just absolutely amazing. Yeah.
That's the thing in the physical world. He's absolutely right. It's like when you have a black cover, there's any little nick, it's gonna break the color, and you're gonna see it. And if you're talking about 9.4s, 9.6s, 9.8s, the grades go way down just from a little tiny tick mark.
So that's why that comic is so significant. It's just so clean. To get a 9.4 on a black cover is just so difficult to achieve. Yeah.
You think about that time, like in the golden age, like 1940s and stuff. Like, I mean, comics were just viewed by society as something kind of like not something to be proud of. So like a lot of them were like thrown away, not taken very good care of. So and not a lot of them were made to begin with. So pretty crazy to have books like that. So wow. We'll fast forward a little bit, but it's still a first, but it's a Silver Age first. So I have this copy of Fantastic Four #1. So Marvel. Marvel's first family. So that's the first family. But this, so 5/5, Fantastic Four #1, love this book. Great potential in this book. But this one is in my personal collection and probably staying there because it is signed on the first page by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby.
Oh, well done. Wow.
On the first page.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, you'll see copies of these, but like to have both of those guys signed.
Yeah, well, oh man.
So that's
that is very very cool. Yeah, that's amazing piece. You got you're coming out with high caliber. Seriously.
Don't worry, you'll be let down by the rest of us.
I mean, I've seen some of what you have, so I didn't know what you were bringing. I thought I was going to be on the low end of the totem pole. Just you gotta love early Marvel, and I love those Golden Age books, man. I mean, I only have I have an All Winners 11. I'm trying to get more of them, David, but like as you know, it's just the books you're showing, like you can't. I mean, when you find them, you kind of have to make the move because you don't know when you're gonna find them again. They're really hard to find. So
I mean, for me, it's really I collect, and I have multiple copy of some of them, and I'm just trying to get the grades higher and higher. So, and I do follow the population quite closely in these early cover, especially. But like you say, if there's only 40, 50 in the world, if you see them in the show, you only have like 1 to 2 hours to make that decision.
Yeah. And just so our audience understands, like in the physical world, well, at least we're talking about the CGC census. So one of the grading companies, CGC, a company actually compiles like all the known grades and then makes it available to the public. So when you get one of these books, you can actually check the census and find out how many known copies exist in a particular grade. So that's how we know how many there are. There could still be raw copies that haven't been graded, but they're not on the census. So
yeah. But most of the population's very few now. And I think if you own some of these early Marvel ones, you definitely be getting it graded. Yeah, and I heard they're like a year or so behind in grading. This is crazy. Yeah,
they're back. They've been with, especially with the pandemic, like so many people. It depends how much your book's worth. It takes longer than it used to, but if you're talking a bigger book, it's not a year on the big books, but
I heard the big. Yeah, I heard the big books takes 2 days.
That sounds about right.
You're paying them like $5,000 to $6,000. That business compared to what we do in digital is very different. They do have physical people count every single page, because they have the label on that blue label or whatever you get. That if there's a wear and tear, they need to describe it and they need to count if there's centerfold. They need to check the staplers. And that's why the graded comics are so desirable for people who don't even know what they are, but they want to own a piece of history or something. They've just been crazy busy. And then moving into video games now, and I think they're doing even the old Nintendo games, videos, VHS. There's a whole lot of new service they're bringing. I wonder if they're going to grade music records one day.
Yeah, they actually just announced that they're going to IGS. So they focus specifically on VHS tapes. They just announced that they're going to start grading cassette tapes.
Wow,
it's all going to be graded. Yeah, they're all going to be graded.
Yeah. So Sean, you talked about you're getting some video games graded yourself, and then music. Some thoughts on that? I mean, what do they look like?
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
Well, actually, I have. We've gotten really excited about the VHS market, especially like the sealed graded VHS market. And one of our favorite spec plays are, for your consideration, sealed VHS tapes. We look at these as rare variants. There's less than 10,000 Academy members, and these were sent to them directly. And most of them, they opened them, right, because they had to watch them to actually see the movies. So the ones that are sealed and still around in good condition are pretty rare. So this one is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. This is for your consideration. Yeah, and it's graded by IGS. It's for your consideration. And on the back, you can see it says for your consideration, and it says best picture. And there's Gordon Verbinski and the best actor Johnny Depp, best supporting actor Jeffrey Rush, and the list goes on. And then you see the watermark.
And that did 9.0 you got.
Yeah, so it's a 9.0. So this is the grade of the box and the grade of the seal. So it's an 8.5 and a 9.
Oh, wow.
I've seen probably one on eBay since I bought this one, and it went for double what I paid for this graded one. I got really lucky. It was on Golden Auctions, and I watched it like a hawk. And I ended up getting it. I've been obsessed since. I've gotten quite a few since then, including like the Matrix. I have a sealed Matrix for consideration tape. Saving Private Ryan I picked up recently. Really lucky to get that one still, but yeah, this market's gonna be really exciting. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know someone who has a whole lot of the DVD for your consideration one. So I might see if they will want to sell me the whole collection. I went to their house and I had to get some stuff done in the microwave. And next to the microwave, there's a DVD player. I mean, who the hell have a microwave next to a DVD player? And there's a whole for your consideration movies. So I might ring them up and trade them some. Trade them.
It's going to be a big market.
You mentioned video games. You want an example, so I grabbed one. That's what I went to go do. So,
Wow.
Super Mario. So this one's sealed in a 9.0.
Ooh.
This is Wada. Wada actually graded this one, so they're grading games to NES class.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That's
my favorite game of all time.
and how much is that game going?
Great.
The 9-0.
Something like, I don't know, like probably like around 6,000-7,000, I think, probably. Something
Yeah.
like that.
I tell you what, I collect a lot of Family Con cartridges. You know, the old Japanese Nintendo.
Yeah.
They call it Family Con.
Yeah.
And I still have a huge collection of like Transformers. I even have Kiss. Yeah, and a lot of them have boxes. Yeah, so I might have to bring that on the next show. I mean, you guys are really flexing here.
Yeah, like you're not.
Wait. So last time I was on with you, David, you had some things that were pretty ridiculous, all right? Like, so I didn't know you were going to bring those. I thought, did we see, something with action in the title?
Yeah. Yeah, I was on one in it two. I think it's a 1 in it. Yeah.
Some papers, something.
Yeah, here's a. Well, I think I was using this one on my AMA before. I don't know my. It's a bit. It's one of the lower grade, but I just wanted to own one, so.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So for everyone out there, so they know, there's only 168 copies of Superman 1 on the CGC census. And as of today, that comic holds the record for the highest public sale, for $5.3 million as an 8.0 grade. And there's actually an 8.5 grade as well, which is insane. And yeah, that book is just incredible. It's the first self-titled series for a comic book superhero ever, which is really cool.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Really special book. Wow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's. I'm waiting. Well, in New York, Comic-Con, I went to Midtown Comics before I left. I think it's on 30s. Can't remember 30 something street. Anyway, 35th or 37th. I did buy a reprint of it. They had a reprint recently. I think there was a Superman I bought, Detective comic, Batman #1 reprint recently, and I think they had the Fantastic Four. Marvel did one, but it's few months back. And I also bought another reprint. I think like $6 or $8 to read them. I never actually read Superman #1, but I bought the reprint. Probably if I get time, I'll have a flip through it. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. And in New York, Sean, you would have known they did the color variant. They did the holographic cover, right? The foil.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'll tell you another book I got from a fan at Comic-Con, because we were talking about it over dinner. I actually never know the DC Black Label had a comic book that's got pulled off the shelf and republished. It's probably you guys will know a little bit more about this one.
The first appearance of Batwang.
Oh, sorry, repeat that.
First appearance of Batwang.
Batwang.
I don't know. I didn't even know that.
I mean, technically, that is a tool in his arsenal.
He's gearing up, he's getting dressed, just talk. I mean, how many times has he gotten dressed? And we just never needed to see it. Well, in that book, they decided we needed to see it. So,
And it's got pulled off. I haven't opened and read it. Someone said you could Google it and find out yourself.
I'm impressed. I wouldn't have held out that long. No.
Sean would have immediately turned to that page.
I think we need some balancing, so let me try to balance this thing. So we went from that book. So this is another one of my PC books. This is, I know David and I share a love for Disney and Mickey Mouse. Well, this is Walt Disney Comics and Stories #1. So this is actually the first Mickey Mouse in comic form, like actual story in comic form. So this is from 1940.
Oh,
And
man.
This is like the comic grail. You know, there's news strip comics of Mickey Mouse before this, but this is the first actual comic with stories with Mickey Mouse. So this is has white pages. It's from 1940.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, maybe you should explain to the audience what's different between the newsstands and the direct scene, because they don't really get that even 4.5 in there. It's amazing because you have to keep in mind that's been in the newspaper stand back in the day when they're selling this. So I have to keep explaining to people what the difference between the two. So if you want to do that,
Yeah, so well, actually, let's just use this. So this is just like this is a first appearance of Deadpool.
Yeah.
You see how there's like Captain America here? Okay, some people, they're like a subscriber, so they got every issue mailed to them, or their comic shop set them aside. And so this is what they would have this on it, which is a direct, which means there's no barcode here. So like
They would have the barcode like this. I'm trying not to show off my comic yet, but yeah, but the barcode instead of that.
In theory, the ones that were set aside or sent out to subscribers, it was easier for them to stay in really good condition because they were protected the whole time. Okay, versus the ones that weren't part of that subscription or set aside, like they have barcodes like the one Spencer showed, and they would just put those up on the rack. And so people would just go up to the rack and like scroll through them. So a lot of them got ruined that way. So to get them in really high grade, they command a premium if you find any newsstands.
I tell you what I found recently in a comic fair. These old strips of but they like but they are comic books, but they just strips of them.
That's cool.
Like that. You don't see many of them. They're not particularly very expensive, but you just don't see them at all. And just to come back to you on your first, here's a Mickey Mouse first annual, 1930, first edition.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Obviously, back then the content's a little bit, not so politically correct on every page. But this one with all the color blocks still. Every color block still here, in full good condition.
Wow. Oh, that looks incredible.
David, do you know is that something that was released, or is that custom made, or what?
No, it was released. When they released them in the 30s, it was a red binding. So this is not like an aftermarket retouch up or restore, we call it. Still in its original format. It was published in 1930 by Ding and Son. The only thing is missing on this one, it hasn't got the wrapper. All the pictorial pages there, every single page is there. And it never came with a color print on the binding anyway. So this is
Ever even seen another one of those?
Yeah, you don't see many. I maybe I did see it once in an auction somewhere. But the condition wasn't great. It's hard to get these in great conditions now. So that's a cool little collectible. That's always sits on my office desk. It's just one of the. It's almost like an art for me. Yeah, but the strips are beautiful. But that 4.5 is amazing. What year was it again?
That's 1940. So
wow.
1940.
Wow. It's waspy.
This is like the longest running comic series. Oh, it's still running to this day, and they just kept going.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, so that's
I
pretty.
feel that.
Yeah, we must see if we can bring one or two of those into digital format and VeVe, because most of those comics are lost, right? They, people, yeah.
There's also this one. This is like, so this one came out a year after this. So this is like, I Love Mickey, and this is his first cover appearance in comics. This is
some blot.
this 4-color series 1, number 16, and this is like, this is the first. So this book, I think it just pretty much reprints like a lot of the early newspaper clippings and stuff, like the comics from the newspapers. But this was like, the first kind of original comic story, I believe, that were made for comics, and it's the first Mickey on the cover. So,
And full color as well by then.
yeah.
Wow.
So
That's a cool one.
you can see some
Oh, well, cool. Put it in the bag.
41 here. So
Yeah. And speaking of Mickey, on the AMA, which is speedo tape from our New York trip coming back, we got given a beautiful gift from our friends at Marvel, and I believe it's the first appearance of celebrating Mickey's 100 year, and Spider-Man was celebrating 60 years. So they did this cover where Spider-Man's went to Mickey's house, giving him a 60-year cake for Spider-Man, and the other cover was this Spider-Man going to Mickey's house, giving him a 100-year birthday cake.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah, and I was very lucky, and we also got a signed by the artist who did the cover. You have to tune in to see that. I give it back to Dan because I had his copy to show off, because my one's kept much ever. So bad. So there's just so many cool theory coming out recently, and I think, Sean, I was talking to you over dinner about the score I did in New York, right, on the top cover, the Batman 426. They were printing similar to the hologram cover they done for the Superman, but they did a misprint, and there's about 200 copy of those in existence, and a yellow background and an orange one. And I'll do that on our Instagram thing, just to show there's just so many collectibles out there that you you just find in these shows. That was a real find I found. I think I bought 3 copy, one of the one with the orange background and a couple of the yellow one. Yeah. So what else did you guys do in New York? You found that was cool.
Yeah, we got to see a little bit of a preview of McFarlane Digital and some of the stuff that they're doing there, and we got a whole lot of swag. We came away each with a bag filled with probably like 10 action figures and a bunch of comics, and yeah.
Those events are great. I mean, you get a lot of goodies. It's just such a I mean, that's what it's just fun to be in those events. Yeah, and the fact that you guys got to speak to Todd in person's even, it's amazing, right?
And actually, that transitions to this. When I went to Odd Key event at San Diego Comic-Con, I was able to meet Todd, and he actually signed the Todd McFarlane statue on VeVe digitally, and I had it printed, and now it's it's on a canvas. Yeah, now it's up on my wall. Yeah.
Wow,
With their mint number and everything.
Yeah, the mint number and everything. Yeah.
well, the resolution came out quite good.
Yeah, this is the max, and Kevin helped me with that. I tried to make it as big as possible, but I'm really happy about the way it turned out. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, and I take it he knows what VeVe is, because I see so many people got him signed, and he's got the most amazing signature. You have to admit.
Yeah.
Just
Really.
oh yeah.
what's really cool is that he talked about that. His signature is not like that at all. But when he was a lot younger, he went to a comic book show to have his comic book signed by an artist, and when the artist signed his comic on the cover, it didn't match the signature that was printed on the comic. And he's like, "What's that?" He's like, "That's not my real signature." So that always stuck with him. And I'm never gonna have that. I'm never gonna do that to my fans. So he created a signature specifically, and he is so intentional with his signature every single time, man. It's really impressive. And that guy he's so genuine. He just goes up to everybody and just has conversations. He's just a great guy.
I didn't at this event. I didn't even go up to him. Yeah, he just came up to me and said, "Hi, how's it going? Like, how are you enjoying the event?
Yeah.
What are you doing here for Comic-Con?" Like, so cool.
Like he adopted digital form like really early, and just seeing him at work is just incredible.
Yeah, I saw a couple of interviews he did on YouTube, and he speaks really with extraordinary passion. But yeah, the signature is just the most amazing piece. I mean, when you look at the statue, the Todd statue, and then you look at their signature, it's just how it is, right?
Can't wait to see those the digital signatures come to VeVe, huh?
Yeah, we're working on that as well, and we just want to figure out what's the best way and how we get it verified as well.
Yeah, and that makes sense. It's so important to go about it the right way. So being patient is for the right move.
I am being transitioned because I need to get some more whiskey, so I
Okay.
small intermission.
Okay, well, wait for the
Whiskey intermission, perfect.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
Speaking of alcohol, I wanted to do some show and tell. So I'm actually trying this for the first time tonight live. So I guess, trying and showing. So my good friend Tom O'Malley, who I've been working with recently, he actually released this company. It's called La Leyenda, and it's an NFT tequila company. So basically, get a little of those. Yeah, so it's fine sipping mezcal, 100% blue agave. But it's basically kind of like a membership NFT. So when you buy the NFT, you get the bottle of tequila. But then this NFT also gives you other perks like access to cool experiences and future drops. And I think they have like some kind of a thing they're working on right now where you can kind of get like a spot at certain select nightclubs where you can keep a bottle in a certain slot in the nightclubs because you're an NFT owner. But yeah, it's a very cool company, and so I'm trying it live right now. And so this bottle is numbered 1913, 1913 out of, I think it's 6,000 for the Blanco. But then when you go up in higher, it's like the Reposado is more like a scarce, and like the Añejo is a little bit more scarce. So I'm definitely going to be holding on to this bottle, but as a first time trier, it's delicious. And if you like mezcal, it's a really nice smoky flavor to it.
This one's not aged, right?
It's not aged as much as like an Añejo or a Reposado would be. This is the Blanco, but yeah, usually Blancos are a little bit more harsh because they haven't been aged as much, and this is delicious. Yeah.
Let me show you some other stuff. They're not super valuable like what I've shown you, but they are very important to me emotionally. Now, I have two. I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 98, signed and drawn by Kevin Eastman. There we go. Oh wow,
that's awesome.
5.8. How's that? 98. I love it. Now, so because his stuff, the OG stuff, the bigger version of the comic book is just going crazy money now these days. He's more famous than ever recently.
Yeah,
in recent years, and this one here is not even the first. This is not the original OG first, but it's the TMNT Adventure #1. Now, why this copy is so significant to me? It's not because it's not. It's because this is the cartoon that we watched when we grew up, right? And that's what it looked like.
Spencer and I also own a 98 of that comic for that exact reason. Yeah. It's such a special. And it's the first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady, which is really cool.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Yeah.
And Craig and Safari.
Oh, and Craig.
Yeah. David, it's funny that you should do that because I had my own turtle book that I was planning on trying. This is this is the fourth print of TMNT #1. It's a 9/6 and it's signed by.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Oh my God.
This is a very scarce book. There's only yes, estimated print run for this book was only about 60,000.
Yeah,
Really?
and by the way, we just want our audience to know this was not a setup. Well, I had no idea it was going to bring it up. By the way, Ben has one as well.
Oh, guys, yeah.
Because we grew up with this, so we had to have it. Yeah.
All right, Ollie, I want to see what this is.
What you got? What you got, Ollie?
Oh, no. It's, please. I noticed that so bad as a kid. Oh, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, no.
That's so cool.
I love that.
Wow, that
yeah.
that is amazing. That's a jam. And of course.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
Oh, 92.
92. That's beautiful. I saw some of the Kevin's uncle Kevin's uncle have a collection because Kevin's uncle bankrolled Kevin into doing this. So he got few copies when they got first published, and I think some of them are going for tens of thousands now. And the for high grades. And 92 is amazing.
Yeah, no, this is easily. I mean, it's easily like $40,000.
Yeah, that's the first.
that's the first print, right?
Yeah, the first.
First print.
Oh, wait. You recently had a 9/8 sale on the first print on Elite Comics 11.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
sold a 98 on our page for just under 200.
Yeah.
Oh, 98.
Yeah. Ooh.
They made 3,000 originally, and when it came out, people weren't expecting much. They weren't even expecting much. Like, I actually had Kevin Eastman on Elite Comics 11, and he explained, like, people were like, why did you create Shredder and then kill Shredder off at the end of the first one? And he's like,
Yeah.
we didn't even think we were going to make issue 2. And then I hear stories like of, they were trying to get people to carry the comic. So like there are people that were offers like boxes of the 3,000 print, and they were just like, we don't want that. It's not gonna sell. Just think about how much money.
Yeah. Because the format was a bit off, right? So people thought it was a magazine rather than a comic book. I feel that way.
Oh, really?
Black and white inside. It was black and white, no colors. I remember picking this up as a kid, and even when they, the later covers actually have color, but all the turtles originally, they all had red bandanas. So it wasn't the turtles we saw like that. There it is in color. And so I remember seeing it as a kid when it was a lot cheaper. I don't think I could afford it still, but I wasn't even interested in the original because they didn't have the right color bandanas. It wasn't what I grew up with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Just so everyone out there knows, there's only 1,143 copies in the CGC census, and it's only 34 9-point fades. Yes, 34. They're the first prints.
wow. Why is there only 34 9/8? Well, because there was a low print run, but also we were talking about this earlier. It's a lot of black on the cover.
Yeah.
Even the 9/8s, honestly, they'll sometimes have one colored tick mark somewhere because it's just it's just really hard for a perfect copy of this.
Yeah,
That's so cool, Ollie. Yeah.
that's really, really amazing piece. Yeah. It was when I grew up, the whole turtle. Yeah. Same as Dan. We love it, so we had to have it. I even have the other one for him to draw on it. It's amazing. He's super busy these days at the comic. I did manage to speak to him for a quick couple minutes.
That was really cool. I saw him that
yeah.
day. Yeah.
David, did you read The Last Ronin?
Yes.
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
I like it.
I am such a big fan of The Last Ronin. I want to get a 99 issue, a 99 grade issue of every single comic. I'm obsessed with The Last Ronin. I cannot wait to see that turn into a series. It's going to be unbelievable. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, so you finally finished reading it?
I did finally.
Yeah.
There was a 10.0 grade. Man, I was so bummed. I have it in eBay listings now, but there was a 10.0 grade. I think like 6 months ago, it popped up on eBay, and I wanted it so bad of the first issue. There's only a few of them on there right now.
The people in the audience that don't know, like The Last Ronin, so Kevin Eastman basically brought the Turtles back pretty recently, Last Ronin series, and like, so it's basically they drop you into the future. There's like one turtle left. We don't know who it is. All the other turtles have passed. And it's just this awesome mix of like a futuristic story, but then it also kind of ties into like, you know, the turtles we knew. So really cool series. The Last Ronin.
And what's really, really cool is that it was the first collaboration between him and Peter Laird in 15 years, too, which is super special.
Really?
Yeah, they came back to work together on it, which is really cool. Really cool.
The John King variant cover is really, really cool. Yeah. I had that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to run up and get it right now.
Oh, nice.
I do have a lot of things here. I'm going to show you guys around. I'm going to flip the computer around. So start. It goes pretty hard.
That was not.
Expect any of that.
Oh my god.